Airs, iPad Airs.
It's the new Neo, yeah.
Yeah, those are nice.
No, they are really nice.
For
And
the,
cheap.
for the money that's like, you say you're a student, even better. Are we on?
You don't usually use your notepad, do you?
Oh, you want?
Right now,
You
can I
want-
have a notepad?
I've got one. I scribble all over the papers in it.
Oh, I think this will be good tonight because we get to
Yep.
clarify some items.
Yep.
All right.
All right, good evening, everyone. We're opening our meeting of Tuesday, May 12th, 2026, West Brookfield Board of Selectmen. I'd like to welcome our newest member, Mr. Henry Brogna. We are opening our meeting with 3 executive sessions. So unless you're involved
We're
in the
gonna
executive
vote to
session, we have
executive
to ask you to
session in a
step out.
We're opening the meeting now.
Hi, Chris, can you hear us?
Until we vote to executive session, then everybody needs to move out in the next 2 minutes, so
So it's going to be only a couple minutes? Go now?
Yes,
as
please.
long as it takes us to,
Yeah.
Chris, I'm going to turn up the volume here so we can hear you. Yep.
Just let me know when the meeting. Oh, right now? Oh,
Yes,
we're voting
please.
right now.
oh, we're voting right
Well, we're
now.
not voting, we're just entering executive session.
We got to vote to go into executive.
Pursuant. Can you ask them
No,
to?
you can't, yeah, they
Not
can't close it
can't
yet.
close it yet, but could you ask them to quiet him down, please?
Guys, can you just keep it down for us, okay? Thank you.
Pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to obtain legal advice regarding funding litigation between the town of West Brookfield and the AFSCME Council 93, Local 1364, the fire union, pertaining to an unfair labor practice charge filed with the Department of Labor Relations and docketed as MUP-25-11707, and pursuant to General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A7, to comply with or act under the authority of any general or special law or federal grant and aid requirements, specifically the federal laws, General Law, Chapter 4, Section 726, discuss privileged communication from town council. We now enter into the executive session. I, Roland Sickenberger.
Cami Lamica, yes.
Henry Brogna, yes.
Do we need to, because we're going to do back-to-back, do we need to read the second one as well, would be my question.
I would say when you're done with this one,
Yeah,
you'll
we'll just
do
go
the
right
Okay, all right, okay.
We'll open the meeting for like
Could
2
you shut
seconds
the
and come
door?
back in.
Yes.
Take a roll call vote to go into the
Yep.
We're also entering executive session pursuant to General Law 30A, Section 21A3, to discuss draft community benefits agreement between the town of West Brookfield and Agilitas Energy LLC related to the proposed photovoltaic solar projects at 18 Beaman Road and Coy Hill Road in West Brookfield, Massachusetts, 01585, and pursuant to General Law, Chapter 38, Section 21A7, to comply with or act under the authority of any general, special law, or federal grant and aid requirements, specifically the Public Records Law, General Law, Chapter 4, Section 726, discuss privileged communication from town council.
Oh, got one more.
Do you want to do the third one too, since we're here? And the third executive session pursuant to General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A2, to conduct strategy sessions in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel, or to conduct collective bargaining sessions or contract negotiations with non-union personnel. The accounting department. I, Roland Sickenberger.
Cami Lamica, yes for all 3.
Henry Brogna, yes.
All right, we're now in executive session.
Sounds good. Okay. All right, thank you.
Some amendments?
Nope, I don't have anything. So I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the April 20, 2026 Selectmen's meeting.
I'll second that. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
None abstaining, all those here. Next item on the agenda is approve the issuance and details of the Mass Clean Water Trust interim bond note and all associated items, Wheatland Road Pump Station Upgrade Project.
So this is the documents that I just need signed for the borrowing. This is just the interim borrowing, so it's a reimbursable. So as the funds are spent, we get reimbursed for the funds. for the Leland Road. There is a lot, so I would just recommend, and this is what bond council said too, just adopt this, because then this is the entire vote. So it may make sense to just say, you know, voted as, and then we'll put this in the minutes. I'll give Teresa a copy and this can go in the minutes, because it's a really long vote.
But do we need to have it on
You
record?
don't have to say it out loud, you can vote it as is, and it'll be turned into the minutes as presented, yeah.
These are all the same?
No, they're
No.
not.
Oh,
So
no.
it's
No.
one
Oh.
packet. The chair has to sign the first two.
Okay.
Yeah, but we gotta
and
vote
then,
it first.
yeah,
Right.
and then there's 3 signatures for all of the board to sign.
Yep.
So it's two copies, 2 copies, and 1 copy.
So this is gonna be just for the temporary
Correct.
borrowing?
This is
So
just the temporary
for the-
borrowing until the borrowing is at 50% completion, and then we would go out for the full borrowing.
Okay, so is the temporary borrowing the 6.2 million, or is that the full?
So
authorization?
that's the full authorization.
Okay,
But like I said, it'll just be a reimbursable. So as we spend, we will be reimbursed through the temporary, which is at a 0% interest rate.
yep.
No, this was mine, you want to borrow it? Does that go with it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't have one.
And the reimbursement is gonna get submitted by whom?
I think that's being handled through the trust from
Clean Water Trust
Clean Water
handles
Trust
that.
is handling all of that.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
Yes, yes.
Always asking that question, so, all right, you want a motion?
Yeah, does anyone want to review them?
Oh, since there's so many of them, okay, I guess.
Thank you. Want to make a motion?
I will make a motion to approve the issuance for the Mass Clean Water Trust interim bond note and authorize, let's see, no, we can't. He's gonna have to sign it directly, we can't authorize
Right.
Teresa.
I'll sign
Authorize the chair to sign.
So there's
Okay,
2
so-
documents that are the clerk, I think, it's the clerk, sorry, 2 documents that are signed by the clerk of the Board of Selectmen, 3 documents that are signed by the whole board.
Okay.
So there's,
But the vote has to recognize the fact that the board has taken a vote to authorize the clerk to actually sign them.
yes, okay.
Clerk is, but that's okay.
That would be, that
Well, we haven't
automatically
voted.
fall, right, so it automatically falls on our newest member.
Welcome.
Well, what's my cut of 6.2 million?
Remember, you are being recorded. So when you take a vote, you want to second the motion?
I will second the motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
It should be in here.
One more.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next item on our agenda is the clarification needed for Tri-Valley Nutrition Program Meals on Wheels regarding continued use of senior center for meal preparation for distribution contract to the senior center is closed fiscal year 27.
So you have a copy of the agreement. Kelly's
I
right
do.
there.
Yeah.
And one of the concerns that was raised, I believe in a department head meeting, and then I spoke about it briefly at the public informational, was that Meals on Wheels,
My 6 is blank.
Okay, thank you.
oh well, look at that.
Go ahead, sorry.
So, the agreement, this is for several communities, not just the folks in West Brookfield that receive Meals on Wheels.
It's Warren.
So it's quite a few.
It's
There's
Warren, North Brookfield,
mhm.
Brookfield, and so North Brookfield, Brookfield, West Brookfield, and Warren.
Yeah.
There's approximately, on any given day, there can be 128 to 135 people that the Meals on Wheels Tri-Valley is providing from our kitchen.
Mhm.
So they bring in the food
From your kitchen.
from from the senior center kitchen.
Yep.
They rent the space. They use the space from 7 a.m. till noon. They're basically in and out. The kitchen is set for them to be able to have the warm meals all put up into trays. They're sealed, and then they're placed into carryalls for the delivery people to bring. They're all volunteers. They're all volunteers. And it's yeah.
So basically, that question was raised, that if the center is closed, whether it's closed for 2 days a week or closed for 5 days a week, will the town be honoring the agreement and allow them to continue to prepare and package those meals for distribution? Again, there's West Brookfield folks as well, but the neighboring communities. And on another note, when I looked at this agreement, it looks like it's probably due for renewal.
It is.
And so we would want to do that if that is something that the board would be considering. The fact of the matter is, even if the senior center were closed, you're still going to have to heat that building to a certain degree. You're still going to have electricity connected and all of that. So a building is always better to be used than not used. So it's something to be considering. And it is such an important program.
Yeah, I have a few concerns that there might be pushback from, well, I mean, Tri-Valley has started to look to be prepared, that if we're closed, they will, if they're told, they don't want to be blindsided is basically what it is. That's why I'm asking right now. I realize we're not going to have an answer just yet if we're going to just be 3 days or if we're going to be permanently closed. But they want to get their ducks in a row too, because finding a place to do this is not easy. And they've already checked the American Legion, the North Brookfield Senior Center. There's other places they've checked, and we are an ideal spot. It's all of our volunteers, believe it or not, every single one of those people who work in the kitchen preparing these meals, all of volunteers, there is nobody under the age of 75. Our oldest one is 91, and our drivers are up there, and they're all clean, knock on wood, all accident-free, but they're doing this out of the kindness of their heart to help the others that are in need. So that's, I guess I just want to get that out there, that
Are you there?
Also a revenue generator for the town? Or
it's
not?
$160 a month.
Are you there while they prepare the meals, or they supervise?
So the the meals themselves are not prepared at our kitchen. The meals are brought in fully prepared from Chartwell. They're delivered to the back door. They're brought in on all of their special totes. Then they're placed into warmers, and then they are spooned into trays and then sealed.
Okay.
So we check them. I mean, I'm serve safe.
No, but my concern is,
I'm there, yes.
but if we close the building
There is
5 days a week, if the senior center is technically closed.
closed. We
will
have
there-
one person there, Michelle. She works for Tri-Valley. She just gets her little corner in the kitchen and in the area. So, I mean, she oversees that, but then I oversee her. So it is kind of, we're hand in hand in one respect.
Because they don't have keys to the building to just let themselves into
Just
operating.
Michelle.
Okay.
Michelle has the key only. No,
Okay.
the volunteers do not. They come in, they get their food, bags, they place them in their vehicles, go do their routes, and then they bring everything back so that they can put them in. And so Michelle has to be there when she comes in. I'm there doing my job, but it's also another set of hands if anything happens. So, and if I'm
Also-
gone, then,
Also, the other concern I think that had been raised was the maintaining
Yes.
of the parking lot and
Yes.
The entrance in snow
Yes.
or ice.
'Cause
And
we've
I'm
been doing it
assuming that
ourselves.
because it is a town building, whether it's used or not,
Yeah, we
it's a
have
town
that.
property, that
Mhm.
it would be cleared.
we have help, so
still.
we've been doing it ourselves. Michelle comes in early and she'll do hers and I'll do mine, and we have help from when highway is able to, and they do, they'll plant the driveway. And we have somebody else that attempts to shovel and stuff, but it's just things that, I know, it's all out there.
If it comes down to it, and let's say, I don't wanna say fortunately, but let's say we're closing 2 days a week, why couldn't we just be 7 to 12, 5 days a week, or 7 to 1, 5 days a week, instead of being absolutely closed 2 days a week?
That's not my hours though. The senior center hours are 9 to 3. And we have
Well, I'm
routines
saying, I
going.
mean, couldn't we change the hours to be able to provide the seniors the center 5 days a week, at least half a day
We
each
can attempt.
day?
It has been discussed. We can attempt. I can see how my instructors, I have a lot of instructors that come in, in the morning. Everybody has their routines. We can break a routine. There are different thoughts, but again,
My only concern is that we may not realize the savings we were hoping for,
right,
to allow them to do.
I know.
So, do we,
I guess I'm wondering where that would, if you have to heat and you have to have electricity, I'm just wondering, like,
well, you can heat it to 50 and lights off as opposed to heating it to 65. That's a
71
major
on
difference.
on a cool day.
71 on a cool day.
They do not, trust me.
So, I mean, that's,
Turn it on.
you can heat it enough to keep the, and I know this is an important program, I do.
yeah, it's very important that seniors continue to get their meals.
I guess what I'll do is I'll just let them know that they should continue looking for another place to fill those needs. And again, we'll have to wait until we know for sure what's gonna happen. We're still gonna be in limbo, I understand. But I had to get it out there.
No, unfortunately, you're right, and we hear you, we hear the need.
Yep.
I think we all feel it's important
Oh, well, right.
program
Yeah.
to keep
But
going, and we want that to happen. It's just right now for
There's
the
just
next
no
few
money.
weeks.
There's
Well,
no
for the next few
funds.
weeks, we don't have definite answers to make plans to go forward is the issue we really have right now. So I think it's
We'll be-
wise
we'll be
to look,
prepared.
but
Right.
doesn't mean it's going to happen at the moment, because we'd rather it not, but too many things unknown right now.
Moving on. Why don't we skip over 7 and 8 for now, and because that could take some time.
Yeah. Is there anybody else that's here that is waiting? What's that, number 9, is there something?
Number 9 will be quick. So we're gonna, on our agenda, we're going to come back to item 7 and item 8. And next item would be item 9, which is Last Cast Anglers requesting permission to hold a fishing tournament for 7 boats on May 17th, 2026 from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Club members will be parking at Gavin Wire. The date's open, I'm assuming. This is something we do on a regular basis, so I don't have any issues with this.
Nope, I didn't know if anybody was here for this group, so I just wanted to make sure.
Anybody here from Last Cast Anglers? They usually don't show up.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I'll make a motion to approve the Last Cast Anglers to hold a fishing tournament, 7 boats on May 17th from 7 to 3 p.m.
I'll second
Any further discussion? All in favor?
that.
Aye.
Aye.
C8702.
So I guess it's gonna go quickly.
You want to come back to 10? Let's come back to 10.
Okay.
And next item on the agenda is fiscal year 27 budget review to recommend additional reductions to the advisory committee. How do you want to start this?
So at the last meeting that we had joint with advisory, we had gone through a list of reductions, trying to get down to the $700 some odd thousand we were trying to figure out how to pay for. And we had put some items on a list.
Yep.
And they got down to, if I remember correctly, 570?
Right, you were
Still
able to
needed
reduce
200
by,
more.
and then,
That we have
with the
to-
updates to the cherry sheet most recently.
Yep.
And other recognized reductions, we are looking at, as of today, we're looking at about 201, right around there for reductions. So we're in a better place than the initial.
Yeah.
And some of the, so just to explain some of the reductions, there was a large reduction, about 100,000 or so in the health insurance because of the cuts to staff. So,
Yeah.
so that gave us some.
Did we also increase some of the unemployment line at the same time?
Well, the unemployment isn't in your budget. That's a separate, account. It's not a part of your budget.
It's been funded via an article in the past.
I'm sorry. I just have a question for Joanne. Do you know what the balance is in that account by any chance? Around 90?
My question for you, is this what she's looking for?
So
Is this
we
for you?
we have about 90,000 in that account,
What'd you got?
the unemployment.
Mm,
So we'll have to keep an eye on that because,
Yeah, we'll have to do some estimates to see if that will, depending on actions that get taken. Okay.
So do we want to do motions to reduce these numbers, or do we want to do, how do we want to do it procedurally?
I believe that the advisory committee at their last meeting, Dan, you can correct me, but that they had requested that the Board of Selectmen make the decisions on the remaining reduction. That's correct.
Yeah. It's already a lot taken out.
Can you guys
It's
speak up a
already-
little bit, raise your voice a little bit so everybody can hear? I don't know if these guys can hear or what, but it's hard to.
We'll try then.
Okay, that's better.
But you have to reiterate, working with department heads and already cutting so much, it's very, you can't just unilaterally cut out.
No.
And do we make these decisions? Do we let the department heads, I mean, they,
No.
what do they think?
No.
You know?
Unfortunately, it was
It's-
the last number that we had when we were $700,000 off after they had already cut their budgets.
Right.
We had to cut that $700,000.
So I guess the question is, for them, is how, after the final cut is made, because there's a huge deficit.
Yeah, but we're basically recommending what should be done in the budgets for those departments.
So in the sheet,
So-
if I can ask, this further reduction of the advisory.
So these were the things that when we were doing the joint meeting.
Oh, okay.
That we were itemizing, trying to go down, yeah, yeah.
But those are included in the percentages that are on the side, right?
So these are the numbers that we were talking about that came down to,
Oh, so those aren't included in the total percentage drops that are
No.
in blue?
No, the,
Gotcha.
That was before.
So it's already there.
so
Okay.
the
this
pink
is.
colored
No,
reductions.
I remember that number
Yeah,
very well. I wrote it like
exactly.
8 times.
So this is what we're trying to
Yeah.
keep getting down to that.
So just so you know, the pink, those are included in the reductions. And so when we scroll all the way down, the total, so those reductions have been put into the town administrator's column, just to be able to keep track of it. But I wanted to highlight them because those are the ones that your board had already voted on. Whereas there weren't official votes on the others, I didn't feel good about putting them in.
Yeah.
With the exception of the education, we did put those in because I really needed to see how much
Yeah.
that, you know, just so that you knew what you were working with at that time.
Yeah, I think we're pretty in line.
So, out of, so if we're looking, the first segment is general government, and moderator has a small stipend in the selectmen's salary account, that 99. That includes my salary, it includes the selectmen's stipend, and it includes the janitor's pay.
Can I clarify that your salary is not
Yes.
$150,000?
For the record.
Or
wait a minute.
Or has a town car.
Because
Yeah, or a town car.
I'm thinking that the board made a mistake in my contract. And I want you to fix that tonight, because 150 sounds really good, and a town car, because my rusty bucket of bolts out there, pretty done with that. So, anyway, so I don't know if there's, so there's really no room there unless, you have other decisions you want to make, at which time I can leave. Then we have advisory, then we have the reserve fund. Now, I can
Well,
tell you that in
On the advisory, what's the 2408?
that is for their clerk. So I know that I had mentioned before that we have a lot of clerks for our boards and committees. And then I think at the time, everyone thought, well, those are small amounts, but it comes up to close to 10,000. So I mean, at this point in the game, and you know what? Every board and committee, they're structured. They're structured with a chair, a vice chair, and a clerk, or a recording secretary, some towns call it. So maybe those boards and committees step up and have to take their own minutes and create their own agendas.
So I think we should reduce their budget by 2408 for advisory. Let them take their own minutes, unfortunately.
If we're doing it across the board to all committees, yes.
Yep, I think we are.
Is that a vote?
It's a conversation piece as far as I'm concerned. I would say, yes, I would approve that if every committee on here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. But I just was trying to make sure it was across the board.
It looks like it would. We can make it across the board this evening.
Yep.
That's what we're sitting here for.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make the change.
Yep.
Yeah. Henry? If you-
Absolutely. Can we just?
Don't be afraid to speak up.
Oh,
No.
sure.
Just the 122, the selectmen, the one just prior to this, and I know it's, in the scheme of things, it means nothing, but you can reduce whatever my stipend is to that. I'd rather not take it and buy a couple reams of paper or something.
And that would be 1,500.
Yeah.
I was gonna offer the same thing at town meeting, but I didn't want to put someone else in that spot of taking no pay, so.
Reduce the selectmen stipend to 0?
All of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the selectmen, I think the chair gets,
0.
No,
Everybody got the same, everybody got 1,500.
Can you look at your special town meeting
No, we got
chart?
15, we got
1,500
15.
for the
Each,
chair.
all of you?
1,500 each. Everybody always got the same.
Okay, all right, so
So we'll
then,
reduce those to 0.
all right, so that is a reduction of what, 3,500?
45.
4,500? See, I know, I'm not an accountant or a treasurer. Okay. Okay, can you do that for me real quick here?
No, because everyone's watching.
Yeah?
I'm just gonna make pencil notes at the same time, Teresa.
All right, thank you.
I'm on my computer.
94.
Yep.
554.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so now we're down to the reserve fund. I can tell you that several communities not too far away have had to do the same, and they have cut their reserve fund down to 25,000. Examples of that would be Rutland, I believe Holden did the same, and perhaps Paxton.
So right now, this year, it's currently at 50. We go down to.
Well, it was
at
brought
55.
down to 45.
Yeah.
So they reduced it by 5. I would recommend reducing that by another
Another 20.
20.
Okay,
Mhm.
so in half.
All right, let's do that.
Yep.
The audit's a fixed expense, we really don't have any
Correct.
control over that. For the accountant,
Is the 25 in place of the 21 or in
I
addition to?
I hadn't, so this hadn't been voted on by the committee.
Yeah.
So I think initially it was a reduction, I think it was 70, I think what it came down to would have been the 72,
Yeah.
And change,
It
yeah.
would be, the
Okay.
so it's a total of 21, not 46. Total of 25, not 46.
That's what I wanted to make sure. The
Yeah.
25 is replacing
The
the 21.
25 is replacing the 21.
Okay.
25,000.
wait a minute, what was the total though to bring this down to? I need to
Yeah.
change that number, so
Okay.
it was 72, was this, is it 72?
72,350. 72,350.
Okay. We have assessors. So with the assessors, there was a $10,000 cut that was voted on. And then they had they have discussed potentially giving 10,000 out of overlay. I'm not sure that they had voted on that, but I would hold them to it. And
In addition to the $10,000 cut, or to take care of the $10,000 cut?
no, that was before this budget, so
Okay.
actually I think that's already been included.
Okay.
Yes, so.
Okay, so are we looking at taking the 10, or are we looking at the 10 plus the $7,031?
I can't understand the difference.
The 10 had already been reduced.
Right, so we're looking for another
7,031.
7,031 by reducing the admin to 16 hours
Yeah,
for the assessors.
if it needs to, we gotta get there.
I wish I had.
Numeric keypad?
Yeah, would you please? All right, and that reduction was 7,000?
7,031.
Put in the other cell, you're working in the last piece.
Oh, yep, gotcha. Thank you, dear.
23,751.
Okay. And then we had treasurer collector. The one thing we were gonna look at was not touching financial too much at this point. Because it's a financial situation that we're in.
Yep, that's fine.
So for the 10,000 that's there, what are we doing with it?
That stays.
The
We have got
$10,000 reduction is
10,000.
happening, okay. Just
I would look at this as being done, and this is what.
Well,
we're considering.
only because it wasn't highlighted, I'm trying to make sure and clarify.
Understood.
Okay. Legal thing, back
Legal
where it
remains
was.
unchanged.
Computer technology.
Right, so computer technology, just to let you know, that had been put out to bid. I will have to send out an addendum on that tomorrow. We have 30, I want to say about 30 potential bidders.
Wow.
However, one that I was really hoping has backed out. They're not going to be able to meet that low price, so I think that's the problem that we're going to run into.
Can we reduce what we're expecting? In the bid?
We're not
Whatever.
gonna, we can't ask them to cut the price in half and expect the same level of
No, but that's what I'm
service.
saying, can we
Right.
reduce,
That's not
can we
reasonable.
reduce what we're expecting of them, service-wise, to get the price that we're gonna end up needing to pay?
I mean, suppose you could, you're gonna have to review that RFP and cut that back and then reissue.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So the 20's happening? We'll
The
find a
20
way.
was already applied.
Yeah, okay. All right, election registration. Okay. Conservation. That
We're
clerk
taking up
salary
their
as well?
clerk,
Yeah.
2488.
Yep.
Wasn't Concom the one that you had concerned
Concom, I was a
about?
little concerned about because of all the legal that they do. So, but what we could do is ask them if they will be using WPA funds. I don't know if they do or they don't. So, I mean, I can zero it out here and then make a note to follow up to see, you know. So if they put it back, they would offset it with their WPA.
Planning board clerical, 1654.
Yep.
The zoning board, $700. Yep. Earth removal. Salary, is that a clerical person or?
That's you?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Just wanted to clarify what kind of a salary it was, all right?
It's just one meeting a year and a permit.
I was taking a note, so did you hit planning board, zoning board, or did you bump forward?
Yep.
Oh, you did, okay.
Yeah, really not. Okay, stormwater, is that also clerical stipend?
Yeah.
Is the 1808?
That's me gone.
Okay. All right. Police department, they originally had submitted a reduced budget, and then at our meeting, we put in for another $100,000 reduction.
Yep. And you got the parking clerk,
Parking clerk, there's, yeah, nothing.
the fire department.
Fire department, they had put in a reduction, and we submitted another $10,000.
Yep.
Ambulance service, which is a contract that we have with them, and we had put in to recommend to reduce that contract by $10,000.
Have we reached out to them?
Yes, and they said they'll make it work.
All right.
Thank you for that. Well, let's see.
The building inspector?
Is that a salary or is it based on permits?
It's a salary.
Okay.
Yeah, all the inspectors
All the
are,
inspectors are salary.
yeah,
Not
they kind
based on
of,
permits.
But the electrical inspector's based on permits. Has to be, because we go to amend his budget based on the solar
He
field.
He
gets
gets-
an
he gets
excess
extra for doing
for the
solar
solar,
fields.
but his regular pay is salary.
Yeah.
Okay.
there's really not much we can do with those.
You only work 1 or 2 days a week,
Yeah.
a couple hours.
Emergency management?
I looked at emergency management, and would suggest that the salary be cut to 2,000 and the expense down to 500. The fire chief is the emergency management director, so he still would be getting half that stipend. And the prior emergency management group left a good deal of equipment at the station, so I don't know this year what would be, if even gets the program back going, what would be needed. So I would recommend between the two accounts, salary and expense, to remove $5,000.
I don't have a problem with that.
No.
So we're gonna reduce the salary to 2,000,
Yes, sir.
and we're gonna reduce the expense
To 500.
to 500.
Do we have a contract?
No.
Okay, just checking. All right.
So the salary was cut to 2?
Salary's cut to 2. And the
Expense is.
expense is cut to 500. Animal control?
I don't think you can do much there. There's a problem, we need them. them, or
Tree warden?
It's already been cut 50% on both the salary and the expenses.
Okay. So if we go down to the education line,
Yep.
The number in this budget is the last number that had been discussed at the joint meeting.
Yep.
So that is the $349,507 over minimum, reduced by an additional 100,000.
so Mr. Duff is here, I believe, hold on a second. Mr. Duff is here, I believe you'd like to say something?
Sure. So I know the school committee approved the budget of, once again, this is a school committee approved budget of about 2.65 million above minimum contribution, with West Brookfield's share being about 5.95 million for their total assessment. I sat in this meeting with everybody at this table and went through these numbers. The numbers that you're presenting now with the deficit you have is based upon our final version of the budget with West Brookfield Elementary School closing. Is that accurate?
It's based on the phase 3 of your budget with West Brookfield Elementary closing, correct?
And with the school committee approved budget of the 5.95 million assessment to West Brookfield, is it the town's intention to put that forward or to put this budget forward?
If we put that budget forward, we would have to cut another $700,000 out of the town's departments.
We just don't have the money to put that budget forward. We had a Prop 2.5 override on the ballot, it failed. So, we don't have it. The intention is to present what we're doing tonight.
Thank you for the clarification.
The vocational end on this as well, we had made the recommendation to cut 100,000 only because we were getting estimated numbers of students that would be attending vocational schools next year, which was quite a increase from the beginning of this year.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know if that number will really hold. We may have to come to a special town meeting because by law, we have to pay those tuitions for the students that go.
Right, and so at that joint meeting, there was discussion, and so that was something that I really wanted to understand, was if we're cutting 100,000, where are we gonna come up with it later? If in fact, that assessment comes back.
That would be one of the things that I would look at it. I would not cut other things permanently all year long, would be my recommendation. Not knowing if those students will truly be going at those number of students, and having to make cuts in other departments to make up for that. If it does come to fruition and we have to come up with $50,000 or whatever the number may be of the number of students that actually attend for the whole year or part of the year, that would be something that, from my perspective, would be at special town meeting, that would be the use of free cash to cover whatever we had to, just like any other shortfall we'd have at the end of the year, of whatever the real tuition number becomes. Because right now we're guessing how many students we're really gonna go.
And you would rather estimate under than above?
Because you're gonna cut. I mean, you're
No,
talking,
I
you're
hear exactly what you're saying,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
There's
So-
roughly, we started off this year, and I'm just gonna estimate numbers because I don't remember them exactly. We estimated this budget year, this year, with 6 students going. Currently, we have 12. What they're indicating to us is next year would be 17. So to believe that 17 students would be going instead of the 6 originally for vocational school from West Brookfield, I don't know if that's accurate to count on, that we would have to cut another town department to make up that money. That's hard. So, and that's why I recommended to do that. Knowing that that would be my suggestion, is to use it from free cash at annual town meeting next spring for the actual number that's needed to, based on the students that actually attend.
I think that's reasonable. Mhm.
So what would the number be that we're looking at? If we're guesstimating who's going and not going?
Well, what the, let's see, the $384,000 versus the 219 we have this year,
Mhm.
that's how much it would increase,
With 17.
going up to 17 students instead. That we don't know if really 17 are going or not.
I get it. I
So
don't
we're
have a
basically,
problem with that.
we
Yeah.
would be encumbering funds for a guess.
Yep.
Yeah,
And things are so tight that that's
Yep.
probably not the best use of our funds. So I completely get it.
yeah, and if students go, they go, and we've got a plan to cover it if they do actually go. So we've already done those two.
Yeah. Highway?
Highway. They had reduced their budget.
Yeah.
We put an additional $40,000 reduction when we jointly met. And we've got on the list to reduce the administrative person down to, by 11,527, correct?
To 24 hours?
25?
25?
32.
Down to 24 hours. But
Right.
we do.
So if it's at 24, or 24 hours, what's that number that would be deducted from 371, 598?
11,527, 21?
Sorry, 11,527.
21.
360, 70, 79. Oh no, 3600, 70, 0.79.
So can I clarify something?
Okay, 360,
070,
070.
0.79.
Cut down to 24 hours.
Okay, I see it now. I was just wondering where the 40 came in.
I can stay for 24 hours.
Winter roads stay.
So the winter roads, does that include the, I'm going to ask everyone to keep the chatter, please, to a minimum. Winter roads, does that include the deduction in plowing private roads?
So there's an issue with reducing winter roads from your prior fiscal year. The DOR does not allow you to do that.
Okay.
So you have cornered yourself in
Yeah,
that
we gotta put the
situation.
same number or we can't, yeah.
And hopefully it doesn't snow.
Just gets moved to the next year. Okay. Municipal lighting,
20,000?
20,000, which is basically half the lights.
I have
Yeah.
just, hold on.
Right there, sorry.
Okay,
So we're going down from,
We already made that cut, to 20.
Yeah.
So it's 28,945?
yeah, that's about half of your streetlights.
yep,
Yep. The central fuel depot?
take an additional 3570 off. Yep.
How does that work?
It's drop off, so I can't read it.
Central fuel.
So we cut it 3570. Why not filling up whose tank? The police chief? Fire chief?
I don't think fire
To
chief's
save
using
that by
it.
not plowing winter roads, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a hard expense to cut because it's just, you don't know
Well,
what
that
gas is
was,
gonna cost.
we figured that number before the prices just went up, so,
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, they just doubled.
So then we're gonna start
Diesel
tracking
doubled,
everybody's
yeah.
miles.
We do?
Yeah. Um,
Is there GPS in the vehicles?
Oh, well, they, every time they gas up, they have to put their mileage in.
Gotcha.
To the system.
Yeah.
All right, so we're,
So it's going from 59.9 down to 50,000 even,
I thought, okay,
correct?
all right.
The drop-off center,
We've cut it down to 1 day a week. This is just being open 1 day a week.
What
Yep.
the hours? What the hours in?
9 to 3?
What's that?
9 to 3 with the hours?
9 to 3, Saturdays.
Just
6
Saturdays.
hours a week.
Yep.
what if we
It
just
was
close,
12.
what if we close the drop-off center?
I think we have bigger problems in town with stuff all over the streets, and we don't have the highway to pick it up.
Could you do every other Saturday or 9 to 12?
Or you could institute a fee to use the drop-off center, which would raise some money.
Increase the
There are
rate for
fees,
drop-off.
there are fees to drop-off items.
I'm talking about accessing it, rather than
Like a
just closing
sticker
it
fee?
complete, rather than closing it completely.
Like one.
I can't, I don't understand what you're saying. I can't. I'm at the drop-off
Sorry, Joe, I
center.
can't talk much louder.
I'm at the drop-off center for 7 years now, and I'm just wondering what you guys are doing. It's like 12 hours a week.
We're talking about it now, Joe.
Okay.
So for clarification, after this 5497 comes off, that's down to 1 day?
No, that would be completely closed.
No,
If
it's
we-
already down to 1 day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You're cutting it right in half.
yeah, we are.
No, we're talking about potentially closing it, Joe, completely.
People will go berserk.
Well,
Closing a school.
How much do we take in on fees now?
It only pays for the recycling if I'm
you have
correct.
to pay,
The fees that we take in for things at the drop-off center pretty much pay for the recycling of the things that we take
The
in.
drop-off center pretty much pays for
Pays for
itself.
itself.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, the money
Yeah.
that we take in for that, we pay the contractor to
Yeah.
come pick up whatever.
So if we leave it open 1 day, are we still making enough to leave it open 1 day from?
It's not a total zero,
Yeah.
but there is a little bit of an expense to have a monitor up there.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't completely close it.
I would
Where
rather.
the gate has a lock on it, there'd be a bunch of stuff in front of the
Right, right.
gate.
Well, yeah, what's gonna happen is
The
you're
vehicle
already cutting the
camera,
highway
you gotta-
department, and those guys are gonna be picking up stuff from all over the sides of the road.
That's
It's
what I
gonna
said.
make,
All
it's
right,
gonna make
all
the
right.
town look
Yeah.
like hell.
All right.
But that's the
Yeah, no,
choice that's being
I
made.
really don't think we can close it.
That's what we're
We
choosing.
gotta have a day.
all right, we'll leave it open a day. The cemetery, we've already taken care of that. Board of Health. We cut 5,000 at the last meeting, I'm joining in on that.
Is that strictly salaries for the staff people that are there?
They reduced,
No, we cut the expenses by 1,000 and the salary by 4,000.
yep.
Council on Aging, we reduced 15,000 at our last meeting, or at the joint meeting. The library, well, the veteran services we're not touching. The library, What do we do with the library guys?
We did recommend to cut the 40. We're looking at a potential additional 20.
From salary? Or from? Well, no, that was the expenses too. We'll have to close another day? We'll lose the accreditation.
We lost it with the 40, I think.
Yep. But we could have, I think we could have applied for a waiver.
Yeah. We could still apply, but you gotta make it up after, when you can get back up to speed with the money, then you have to make it up
Yep.
to some degree. That's my understanding.
We're gonna take another 20 from the library?
Is that salary, or is that split between salary and expense for 20,000?
I think basically it's wherever you're.
I was gonna say, I think it's up to
You're
them,
gonna-
either one way or the other, because there's certain things that they have to pay for, like an annual fee to participate in something, but
I will say though, I believe that they do have some trusts, and I think one of them,
Is specific to
is
the
specific.
library director.
Yeah, I don't know what the other trusts are
I
specific to.
do know that there is the one that is specifically to fund the director of the library, there are funds available to help offset salary for that specific
Because they
position.
do that every year, like 4,000 and change, I think, for
There
the
are some extra
offset.
Can the amount, or
There are funds.
there are funds?
So-
They would have to vote to use
So do we
those.
want to recommend that the additional 20 comes out of salary, or we'll leave it up to the library trustees to make the decision of which line? Before town meeting, they have to tell us.
Leave it up to the trustees?
So I have to reduce it on here, so we have a number at the
Take
end
10
of this.
take-
so-
Take 10 in each,
10
and then
in each.
if they want to,
Keep the math simple.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't be sorry.
historical,
No, recreation, we already got it.
yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Historical, take the 650. I don't know what they use it for.
Yeah,
Yep,
we're getting to the pennies.
yep.
Lake Wickabog,
Yep.
we're gonna completely cut the weed program.
Yeah.
Well, we cut the celebrations 100%.
Mm-hmm.
No.
The common is 100%. I mean, they're going. That's what it's taking to get to the number we have to get to. Yep.
Yes, that's what we have to get.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna zero it out.
That's what the majority of the board is saying. I'll go on record as disagreeing with it. The common, cut another 1,000.
Yep. The debt, this is what we already currently have on the books.
Right.
Correct.
Nothing we can do
No,
about
I
that.
just wanted to make sure if you can delay anything, that's not
Yeah.
the situation.
Okay.
Do that. Okay?
So where does that leave us? Everything else is controlled, is fixed.
Any adjustment in Medicare, the salaries being less?
I have not, because I didn't know what the salary adjustments were going
Right.
to be, so no Medicare adjustment had been made.
Okay, so I would look at it that we would adjust that down to something, but not at the moment knowing exactly what that number would be, because we've got to do some
Need to know
calculations.
what the salaries are
Yeah.
going to be before I can do that.
Yeah.
And Teresa, I don't believe that the cut had come out of health insurance yet. that you and I had spoke about.
Are you sure? Here, let me.
Someone must have updated it since I've seen it.
The 429?
Oh, nope, you're right, it has
Yeah.
been, yep.
Okay. All right, so where that leaves us is,
General insurance, there's 4,000 on this list.
oh, yeah.
Just wanna make sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to vote. That's why it's on the list. Because you have to vote on that, the Cabot insurance tonight.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, but that's what that represents. Okay,
Mhm.
all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Have we started that opt-out program yet?
The opt-out program has taken effect.
Has anybody opted out?
We have had, one person submit a form. It does, open enrollment is until the 30th, so generally it's gonna be like the last day that someone's gonna hand me a form.
Yep.
So I won't really have an idea until the end of May, unfortunately.
Okay.
So where does it leave us?
Mm-hmm. Leaves you, with a total of 72, almost 73,000
Still to cut?
deficit.
So we have 73 cuts still.
So that's my budget right there. My budget right there.
Of what to cut? Sorry.
You have almost 73,000.
I think we should table this and take a look and
See what other
see what we can come back
brainstorms
with.
we can come up with.
One more question.
Of course.
The HMO Blue New England compared to the other seems much less expensive and must be for all around. Can we go to just that?
Unfortunately, in our handbook, we have to offer a HMO and a PPO.
All right. We'll try to find another 73 and get back to you.
Still working on it. Uh-huh,
Yeah.
yes. It was a couple weeks ago.
All right.
Where else we take it from?
All right, let's move back to item 7 on our agenda, which is the June 2nd, 2026 special town meeting warrant.
When do numbers get set?
In the motions, because you have to figure out exactly how much, what you've got, and how much. So I want to tell you that your special town meeting warrant is pretty much the same as you had last year. So for clarification, and unfortunately I don't have that in my binder, but what I would like to do, while we have folks present tonight, so supplemental appropriations, Article 1. That is when an account has been underfunded for the current fiscal year and we need to supplement that budget. Article 2, unpaid bills, you always have that on every year. If there are none, then we're gonna table that. But if the accounting department finds that in fact there's an unpaid bill, it will be listed to be paid. OPEB, I mentioned that last night at the meeting. So, what that is, it's the employees of local governments may be compensated in a variety of forms. In addition to salary, many employees earn benefits. during their years of service and will not be received until after their employment ends. So that's what that's about. We are in good standing with our OPEB right now. Last year, we had put, I believe it was 100,000 in OPEB. So we've got a pretty good number. We don't have the money,
No, it's
so
not the
that
same.
one will most likely be tabled. But what I really wanted to emphasize for everyone, and I think I may have seen her out in the crowd there in the hallway, was unfortunately I was a little caught off guard answering questions last night off the top of my head for last year's free cash. But Article 4 is the same article, and that's accrued unpaid liabilities and compensated absences. So, in other words, for example, if an employee were to leave, they go to retire, they found a new job, but they've accrued, they are entitled, they accrued vacation time, we have to pay that out by law. That's what that is. It's not for any of us to get fancy vacations or anything like that, right? So just want to
Also,
make
sick
that.
time does have to get paid out if an employee does
Yeah.
retire. There's a certain amount of sick time that
Sure.
is required to be paid
So
out, so
that's
paid out
what
of there as
that
well.
article is about. But I would remind you all that the explanation for each article in a special town meeting is all on the warrant, the explanations. They were there last year, they'll be there this year. Because it's a short warrant, for your annual town meeting, I always provide what I call an administrative warrant. So it'll look almost like your warrant, but it's in layman's terms so that you all understand what you're voting on, right? So we're good and transparent about it. I want to make that very, very clear, okay? All right, and then we have,
Teresa, I would think, so that one also, we don't have the money to add anything to that.
we don't have money to add to that.
Yeah, no.
I just figured I'm
Yep.
gonna leave it up to you. If you decide you want me to take it off, I've got the computer here, that's, another reason I brought it. We can remove those articles, or you guys can table it during the special. Transfer to capital expenditure, stabilization fund. Don't see that happening. But, so I just left those articles
Yeah.
on for you to decide.
Can I ask one question? We're just going by. When you put 0 for the lake, okay, there's a lot of people who live on the lake. Is that gonna be on the warrant to appropriate money for that, for the lake treatment, or no?
It won't be included in the budget.
Because
The won't-
there's two things that West Brookfield's noted for.
True.
The common and the lake. And if you let the lake go to hell, there's a lot of people pay a lot of taxes on that. I can't see it happening because, like I said, everybody says, oh, West Brookfield, the common and the lake.
Joe, I hear you.
But I mean, you just can't
And I
go
agree.
0 with nothing. Something has to be done.
If we don't have the money,
Most of the roads around the lake are private, so you don't have to maintain them.
Joe,
Okay.
we understand, but there is no money.
What?
There's less than no money. There's 73,000 less than 0. And we are obligated to present the balanced budget by law.
I'm just saying, there's gonna be a lot of people really.
Yeah, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, and you're one of them.
And I'm one of
I
them.
understand.
So,
I mean, it's just, if you let that lake go to hell, I mean, you wanna talk about
I hear you.
West Brookfield
Right, Joe,
having a name.
I hear you, but we have to move on.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so do we want to leave the articles as presented for the special town, for the warrant as presented for the special town meeting? First off, I don't see any harm in it.
I don't see any harm, we're gonna table them, but I don't know if there's any sense in having it on there. But I don't want anybody to think that we're taking something off because we're hiding anything, because we're
Right.
not. It's just not, we're not gonna take any action.
Right, we'll either skip them or put $0 amounts in them. So.
So if you are good as it is presented, I would ask for a vote so that, you guys
Are you
can
good
sign
with just leaving them
tonight.
on and tabling it?
Absolutely.
Okay, can I make a motion to approve the special town meeting warrant? June 2nd, as presented.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next item on our agenda is the annual town meeting warrant for June 2nd, 2026. You can modify the selectmen to 0.
So is Article 6 gonna end up being tabled?
One moment,
Oh,
I
sorry.
just wanna make
Yeah,
sure
go ahead.
I'm making the changes as we go.
I think we leave it on just like we did with the special, and
But it'll be tabled.
it'll be tabled.
Just wanna make sure that's what I thought it
We
was.
need people to know that these are where the
Yep.
cuts are coming.
Yep.
Now, I don't know, let's see.
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Teresa without a mouse and a keyboard.
I was gonna say, I
Just
hate-
not a good thing.
I hate-
Oh, can I just say for the record, I miss Beth. I miss her so much. Hmm.
We do too.
Yeah, oh, I bet. Okay. All right, so Article 3, elected officials, that has been changed. Article 4 is your operating budget. Wait a minute, let me make sure. I just want to make sure that I have been wishful thinking about the override, so let me make sure I do not have that language still included. I think I filled it out. Yes, I filled it out, so we're good there. Spending limits on revolving fund. Now, this item changed because last year we voted to create, or you guys voted to create a recreation revolving account. So there was that article, and now this year you don't have to have that written out,
Right.
but you do still need to show a chart, so they've been added to the chart.
Is this gonna be 26 or 27 spending limits?
Let me see, huh?
The heading on it.
Yeah.
Where does that say?
This is fiscal year 26.
Right next to
Right
revolving
column.
fund in the chart.
Oh, in the chart, thank you very much. Yeah. I was looking at the title of Article 5. Okay.
Recreation doesn't get a 0.
No, recreation, this is their
It's
revolving,
revolving.
it is not their general budget account.
Yep.
So what that is that people pay fees, like let's say to play pickleball, they pay a fee, goes into the revolving account, they need new paddle, or whatever it
spend
is,
money that's in
they
that.
can,
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
stays in that revolving account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then repairs to private ways account, chances are there won't be money for that. Do you want that to stay on here?
Keep it tabled.
Yeah.
Okay. Townwide building maintenance account, now at one point, last year it had been put under capital, nope, sorry, that's the next one. So townwide building maintenance, don't know if we're gonna have as much to put into that, but.
Table.
Mhm. Town road
Sorry,
maintenance
falling in
account,
account.
that may end up being reduced, we don't know yet.
We had already reduced that
yeah.
from 75 to 50.
To 50?
Yeah.
Yeah. We just need to have the appropriations
Yep.
though to fund it. That had been done under capital last year. And in speaking with Jim, we've decided to put it back as a separate article. Because it's really maintenance, it's not like a project per se. Various capital improvement projects. That in itself may end up being tabled.
Is there any money in the
It depends, we haven't heard yet to see, well, there's not a whole lot in there, but we haven't gotten the recommendations forward yet, so
Okay, all right.
I don't know how many of those would be coming forward at this point. Article 10 is this one. This one is a special one. Kemi.
Why?
Why? Because it's
Really?
renaming the Board of
We got more
Selectmen
bigger
to
things.
Select Board, so it is
Inclusive
gender
language.
correct. I mean, like, it's correct now, politically correct,
We're women.
and,
All
so.
that have come before me.
It will be a lot of work to modify, your bylaws to do that, but a lot of towns have gotten up to date, they've updated, and I think that this would be good. Plus, I always call you Select Board by mistake, so now it'll make it easier. Article 11 is the authorization needed for the right-of-ways, the easements for the Long Hill Road Bridge replacement project. So
Just
that's...
fix, acquire.
Oh, jeez. Oh, spell check doesn't work with capitals, does it? I don't even know if this is gonna work. Does that fix it? Okay. Article 12, now this one is, the planning board. This one's planning board, and it is a zoning bylaw requirement. So there was some snafus on this. I will tell you straight up front, this was very much last minute. And town council has not had the opportunity, this was not vetted through town council. They approved the original without this article, because when I went to create the article based on the draft that had been submitted, so there's a process that you go through, and this block here is typically not how it's submitted. And you use the actual bylaw itself. And so anyway, when I went to do that, I could not find the language in the bylaws that are posted on the town's website, and well, why wouldn't the most recent bylaws that were adopted not be on the website? So anyway, come to find out, the town had updated their bylaws a few years back, and that was not posted, so we're gonna change that. And it was approved by the AG's office, so that's wonderful. Anyway, it's being submitted as it was submitted to me, and I did give town council a heads up, so if there is something, you know, they'll look at it now, but if there is something, they could amend on the floor.
And just so you know, all of the language and the adjustments that have been made were all done by CMRPC.
Right. Yep. Yep.
They're experts.
Yep. Yep. So, this is the end of your, what? Yeah, it's just that, you know, it's a lot of pages because it's a long, yeah, a long change,
We've had
but.
20, 26, 27 articles at meetings, so this is maybe.
All right. So with the changes that have been made.
Want a motion?
Take a motion.
Motion to approve the warrant for the annual town meeting of June 2nd as amended.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right. Next item on our agenda is the MIA Capital Strategies Fiscal Year 27 Police and Fire Accident Insurance Policy.
So what we've done is we've reached out to several insurance companies to give us quotes, and this is the first one that's come back. The one from Berry Insurance that we previously had would be about 7% higher than last year. This one is 4,000 lower.
Nice.
4,000 lower than Barry or 4,000 lower than
Lower
last year?
than, lower, it was actually 4,000 lower than Berry. Or last year, rather, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any coverage differences?
There is no coverage difference whatsoever between the plans.
Maya usually tries to help the communities, and that's what they're made up of. Need a vote to move it to Maya?
Yeah, to accept this proposal, this policy.
How much is the quote?
Do we have to worry about the unions?
No.
$17,500.
What?
17,500.
Which is $4,000 less.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to accept the Maya Cabot police and fire accident proposal
In the amount of,
in the amount of $17,500.
I'll second
Any further discussion?
that. Just a question, it covers 28 individuals. If that number goes up or down, this policy will change?
yeah,
Number?
we would notify them and they would make the adjustment. Yes.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, so approve that last $4,000 on the budget, then, right?
Next item on the agenda is the Treasury warrants, fiscal year 26. AP warrant number 23 and fiscal year 26 payroll warrant number 23.
Okay, that won't be the last agenda item.
No, we still
No.
have stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll make a motion. You didn't make a motion, you just read it.
No, well, you can say so moved.
So moved. I'll save some time.
Still need a second.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 And that goes back
Scratch that out. That'll be updated.
Next item on our agenda is the town administrator report.
Not tonight.
Nothing, all right.
No, she didn't have time to write one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, everything,
Um,
is going sideways.
Let it out.
Yeah,
Do you
so.
wanna table it?
No, so aside from all the stuff that everybody is aware of, we did put in for Green Communities grant that I did confirm that the town has no financial obligation. And we have all been suffering for, ever since I started, I know, and so probably well before that. You used a Green Communities grant in the past to upgrade your heating and cooling system. And it's got some fancy software, and it does not work. So in the winter, some of us are ice cold.
That'd be me.
That'd be her, who is wearing, she literally has to wear a heated vest and gloves to do her job. And, yeah, and then there's others that are
And the one next to mine is
sweating
82 degrees.
profusely.
It's ridiculous.
So it's like, you know, hot as Africa in some of our offices. And then we've had the police department that walk into their office, and their department is a whole whopping 50 some odd degrees. And we never really know. It's
How to
been
dress.
crazy.
Yeah.
Bring layers.
Now that summer is approaching, we have.
My heat came on.
Oh, it's doing hard work again. So it's been really tough, and what we found out was that other communities had applied for the same system and got that installed, had the same similar issues, and so there's some modifications that can be made, but you have to pay for that. So I applied for that with CMRPC to have that fixed. In addition to that, I know quite some time ago, I spoke to you about the units up in the attic that are leaking, and they're 30 years old. To get those, HVAC, I think is what those are, to get those replaced was going to be 90 some odd thousand, which we didn't have. Those went in on the application as well. And then for the police department, what the folks that came out and looked, they felt that being the end over there, right, that they'd be better off with a mini split. And so we included that in there, and all of that together, you know, is allowable. And so it's a competitive grant. We did receive some questions that are due back on the 15th, and they'll go through their final review. So just wanted you to know, still working on that kind of stuff.
So we'd know relatively soon whether it was gonna be at least funded.
Oh, yeah.
But work
Yeah.
when it start for a while.
Yeah.
If it was.
We
approved.
hadn't really planned, to be honest with you, we hadn't really planned on being in a position to apply for the spring round. We thought we would be better positioned to do so in the fall, but given the amount of issues that we've had, we really beat feet to try to get it submitted by the deadline. So hopefully we have some good results from that. And yeah, so that's some positive news there. Hopefully the real positive will be that we receive it.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. So I think I'm, yeah.
I know you've got a ton on your plate, but has there been any movement on the repairs of the roof?
Oh, yeah, we, so, yes, I had sent out an email, pretty straightforward and blunt, and ended up hearing back from everybody. We actually have submitted, we were able to get
the contractors who have already done their work on the exterior project that was supposed to be funded through ARPA, which that time clock is ticking pretty quickly. So, that was, I wanna say like 139,000 that we owed them. So we were able to get that authorized and put through. We had a Zoom meeting with the Massachusetts Historical Commission consultant, who is actually still working on that application, and by the end of this week, we should have the final product that is being submitted to the state on that. In the meantime, Bob has been pulling together everything that we will need for the specs and all of that, and so we don't qualify for the expedited DCAM approval, which we have tried to make that pretty clear. So I will be putting together that RFP based on the specs that come over, so should have all of that. That'll take a little bit to
No, it's, I'm
get
just glad
together,
there's
but
some
at
movement.
least it's
Moving forward.
So,
Okay.
yep.
Do we have any other business?
Yes, yes you do.
Yes, we do.
We have the Asparagus Festival, that they last minute, so they had a meeting with emergency management, the police department, the whole team, to talk about the event coming up. And I know that you had already approved this event, but there needs to be some things in place, so they are here tonight. You all have that information in your tab for other business. Is that tab 14 maybe?
Yes, it is. When we met this morning, fire, police, CERT, and West Brookfield Rescue went over the plan. We realized that we had not yet requested your permission to close down School Street that day and to restrict parking on Maple Street to the east side only and no time limit. And so I'm just coming to ask you if we can do that as we usually do for the event.
We didn't do that previously, huh?
Apparently not.
Okay. Is it, so that's all you're looking for?
That's it.
For this evening, is just closing School Street?
School Street and then restricting the parking on Maple Street to the east side only with no time limit.
I would have sworn we did that.
Huh?
I would have sworn we had done that.
It was obviously another event, that's why I
Yeah.
was like.
It was like Christmas. It was like Christmas. Yeah, we were just there for that. Yep.
I thought it was just
You're not,
recently.
you're not busy. It
Roughly
was,
Things go
yeah.
so quickly.
Yeah, you weren't here that one.
Okay.
I don't know, you said you put this east side only.
So let's make it west side.
West side, excuse me, west side only.
All right, so
We're gonna allow parking on the west side.
So what do we need the motion to be?
On Saturday, May 16th, we'd like to close School Street to through traffic and to restrict parking on Maple Street to the west side only with no time limit.
Would you like to make that motion?
So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. And everybody come out, it's supposed to be a beautiful day.
I know.
Knock on wood.
Be nice.
Yes, we're gonna take care of it. Yep.
All right, comments, concerns? Our next Board of Selectmen meeting, our next regular Board of Selectmen meeting will be May 26th at 6 p.m. at the elementary school.
At the elementary school.
library.
In the library.
In the library.
With
Okay, all
candles.
right. That's what my- what am I
No,
doing?
mine says the same thing.
Definitely.
All right, we'll accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So it's not.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned at
No, I'm good.
8:47.
Those numbers are